Right off Hanover Street, in the heart of Boston's North End, is a narrow little alley. Most who walk by don't even notice it's here. But for those who do, for those who make their way down this narrow little alley, they're transported to another time, another place.
It takes you back. It takes you like you're walking in a little cobblestone city in Venice or Rome, and you almost feel like you're in Italy without being in Italy.
So while you might still be in Boston, it certainly won't seem that way once you experience the sights, sounds, and smells at Bricco Salumeria and Pasta Shop. This old world shop is the newest creation of North End restaurateur Frank DePasquale, who brought in the father and daughter team of Joseph and AnnaMaria Locilento to run the place and make sure customers could get all things Italian all under one roof.
You come down the alley, you get intoxicated by the aromas of the salamis hanging from the ceiling. You have the fresh bread being made for our sandwiches, fresh chicken cutlets that are just prepared as you wait, stuff that's old world.
This is a unique place. You get cold cuts, imported stuff. I don't think you find one item in this store that you find in the supermarket.
There are meats and cheeses, pastas and produce, olives and antipasti, and for customers, it's always abbondanza.
They don't know where to start, where to look. They're overwhelmed. They are overwhelmed.
The sandwiches at Bricco Salumeria are the star attraction, and building these beauties is a family affair because the meatballs and chicken cutlets are made at Bricco's restaurant at the top of the alley, and all the bread comes from Bricco's bakery right next door.
We're transporting all of our goods in and out of the alley. You'll see us coming out of the bakery with the bread for the sandwiches, and we'll see us coming out of the kitchens with all the meatballs and chicken.
And once they're put on that fresh baked bread and smothered in sauce, you've got some seriously good sandwiches, especially the super stuffed chicken parm.
You need a lot of napkins. You need a lot because as you're eating it, the sauce goes all over your face, it goes down your sleeves. It's a very messy sandwich, but delicious. It's all worth it.
All the cold cuts here are imported from Italy, and the best way to taste a bunch of them is on the Italian sub.
Mortadella, sorpressato, salami, all the vegetables, lettuce, tomato, and then we do a little bit of oil and vinegar. I call that the beach sandwich. You take that to the beach and it's just awesome. It's just a great sandwich.
But for something a whole lot simpler, ask for Joe's favorite sandwich, just plain mortadella on bread.
Oh, I love a mortadella. Mortadella sandwich, delicious.
He loves mortadella and a hot baguette that comes right out of the oven. He's always told me it takes him back to his childhood.
I grew up with it. My mother had a store in Italy, similar to this one. I used to have a mortadella and I grew up with it and I love it.
Bricco Salumeria really does have an old world feel, especially when Joe is making a batch of fresh mozzarella, which he does by hand every day.
So he gets some really hot water, about 110, 120 degrees. Takes that water, he pours it into the curd, he starts stretching it to transparency. So he stretches it up as far as he can, and then once he gets it to that texture where he starts to knead it, almost like kneading dough, but kneading it with the mozzarella. Once he gets it to the texture that he needs, then he starts to form it into the mozzarella balls.
I don't think there's any secret. No, it's just passion, and I'm good at it.
The mozzarella is great on its own, but it's even better as part of Bricco's signature sandwich, the panino.
Our famous sandwich is the panino, and it's made with the fresh mozzarella my father makes. Prosciutto, tomato, basil, and olive oil. Simple, simple, but so delicious.
And those few simple ingredients combine for one simply sensational sandwich.
You're gonna get the crusty bread, really soft, crunchy bread. You're gonna have the saltiness of the prosciutto. You're gonna have the milkiness of the mozzarella with the tomato and basil and fresh, beautiful olive oil. You just get all these textures and flavors that make it a beautiful sandwich.
If you'd rather do your own cooking at home, Bricco has just about everything you'll need, including incredible fresh handmade pastas in all kinds of flavors, colors, cuts, and shapes. And AnnaMaria is always there to help make sure your meal comes out great.
I even will give you my phone number if you have problems in the middle of it. I have no problem with that. I want you to go home and feel confident that you're able to prepare this meal at home.
It's that passion for discovering great food that leads people down that narrow little alley off Hanover Street to to Bricco Salumeria and Pasta Shop.
We celebrate with food. Food is important in our life. It's a major part of our existence, and we try to make you enjoy it as much as possible.